at some point, I guess we'll double check to see if we're actually live because I don't always trust YouTube.
Never trust YouTube. Never.
And as I go to check, instead of me typing in level one gaming, I typed in YouTube in YouTube. That shows you how smart I am.
That would have taken you to some weird rabbit hole, some meta place that you don't want to be.
I can't go through you search YouTube in YouTube and not stay. I'll end up somewhere else that's not YouTube.
Yep.
I've always wanted to be inside of YouTube. Pause
God, we could
to
make so
see.
many changes from the inside. Oh, we are live. What's up?
Yay, we all live.
You know why I
I
also don't trust YouTube? And this is a recent development because usually it's OBS that causes me issues. And that's why I try to do like the uh, auto config wizard before Trevor and I go live for COGS.
yes.
This weekend, or this week, we're doing our show. We're talking about best ongoing games, and it starts buffering at the end. I'm like, okay, I know it's not me. I know it's not OBS. YouTube went down. I'm like, awesome. Right at the end of the show.
You know, YouTube doesn't like you, and it doesn't like Peep Game either. Cause man, it used to be me. It used to be every
Yep,
other double XP, every other take two. We had internet issues, or we had something going on with YouTube, and now
true.
easy breezy, easy breezy.
That's
I
true.
got no complaints.
I don't know why. I don't know how, but yeah, it hates us. Because we
It
also
was
sit there for like 4 hours.
This is true. The cogs in the machine is for people who really want to dive deep into gaming topics. Like if you like to stay on the surface and console war and not really dive deep into video game and video game history, that show's not for you. It's
No.
not for you. But if you if you really want to learn, if you really want to learn and like really dive into whatever topic you guys are talking about, it's the perfect show to sit back, you know, while you're in bed or whatever case may be, and just rock out, man. That's what I love about
I
COGS.
agree.
It's not for everybody. Uh,
And that's okay. We have yeah, six or, no, 5 other shows
Five
that
other
you guys can
shows
pick from
soon to be six other shows.
soon.
Right.
That's true. Yep.
So before we get started today, if you missed Double XP last night, you can watch it replay here on YouTube. It's up at lv1gaming.com. We had
Mm-hmm.
Matt from Assemble Show. We also have Miles Dompier, if I'm pronouncing that right. I always just say Miles for Windows
The
Central.
handsome man.
Super, super, super awesome guest. So you go back and check that out. With that being said, let me do a few more quality checks here.
Make sure to
Trevor.
share out
All
the
right.
stream. What's up, Trevor?
Shut the stream out and let's play some introduction, shall we? The music, top
Who? Oh, hit the like button. Share this with your mama and your daddy and your cousin. And hit the bell if you want to show some loving. We just trying to level one to get the name buzzing. What a day that'll be. Double time, double fine, double A battery. Double mid twins trying to jump my anatomy. If you don't leave a like, you shouldn't have the audacity. Power of the mind got an X mentality. Couldn't put them on, now your X-Man mad at me. Haters out here acting like it happened automatically. So if I give them game, then it's turn-based strategy. Whoa, used to be the guy they was ignoring. Sleeping on the keys, I'm an all cap snoring. That's just what happened when your podcast boring. I'ma tell them take two and call a doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take two and call a doctor in the morning. Yeah, I'ma tell them take two and call a doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take two and in the morning.
What's going on, people? Family, it's Hammer here from level1gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys leveled up to 26. This is the Take Two podcast, the Thursday show where we get to sit back, chill. We don't hold you guys too long. Last time we held you guys for like an hour and a half, which we had again an incredible night. We're not gonna hold you guys too long, but we do have some topics to talk about, things and news. Everything actually broke today, which doesn't really happen very often. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce my co-host, my right-hand one man, my sister from another mister, my favorite Canadian, Floor Hugger. What's going on, sis?
Not much. I'm excited to be here. I love sitting down with Fame and just shooting the bull. Uh, it's always just fun to be a quick show, talk about what we got our thoughts and opinions out, and soon we're gonna be able to talk about Loki, and I'm super excited for that because we started talking about WandaVision heavy because it took me so long to watch Captain America.
It did.
Didn't get to that, but I'm excited. Loki's gonna be tight, and I just love this show.
Loki's gonna be tight. Who
Tight.
is tight a thing in Canada? Don't lie. I can't remember last
I have
time I
no
said, man,
idea.
that's tight, yo.
Yeah, but you also know me. I say
This is
things
true.
weird all the time, so
This is true. Now the whole podcast, I'm like, yeah, that's tight. I can't wait for
that's tight.
Starfield, yo. It's gonna be tight, yo.
Back in the 90s, man. That's tight. That's I.
You're such a baby. So to hear you say these words, I'm like, oh, I feel really old. That's all right.
That's my whole goal is to make you and Trevor feel old every week.
It works. You like to show us our age, and
Yep.
we have to
I
deal
can't
with
help
it. And
myself.
I can't help myself. I love
Ooh.
you and nobody else. Love that song. But
I'm gonna
listen,
tell your wife.
whoa, quit telling.
I love her.
Can I get a oh yeah? No, I can. I don't want. I don't want it.
You knew I was going there.
I don't want
You
it.
knew it.
I don't want it. Hey,
You just
listen.
want Jeff Grubb's who he is.
You know, dude, I need to pay somebody. Like I need to. The podcast is like 2.5 hours long, but
So
I need to
long.
pinpoint where that is. I need that clip. I need that. Twitter
Yeah.
needs that. They need
It
the
really
Jeff Grubb
does.
who yeah. We need that. But listen, we talked about Starfield last night and the possibilities of the rumors surrounding Tom Cruise possibly starring in the game in some way, shape, or form. I think for the most part, we were kind of split on the panel on whether or not we believed it or how it would work if he was in the game. But today we got some pretty interesting news, pretty much a confirmation from Jeff Schreier from I believe he's at Washington Post or Forbes, one of those two big publications, and then also Jeff Grubb and some other sources as well. They pretty much confirmed that Starfield is not a 2021 release, which, by the way, people are using the term delay. You can't say a game without a release date was delayed.
Right?
Never, not once, did anyone from Xbox, Microsoft, Bethesda come out and say it's coming out in 2021. Somebody said it, and we all ran with it.
Yep. That's exactly what happened. It has no release date, but they're saying it's coming out in maybe 2022. We don't know. It doesn't have a release date, but it's delayed.
But it's
Do
delayed.
you hear that? The idiocracy of that statement?
So we went from somebody making us all say 2021 or assuming 2021 to, all right, now it's going to be Q1 2022 to now we're starting to hear from credible sources, and one of those is Miles. He stated in one of his recent videos, we're looking possibly at a Q4 2022. We're looking at maybe of Starfield being the big holiday release for Microsoft. And you know what? It sort of makes sense for it not to come out in 2021 because if it was coming out this year, it would have been Q4. You would have put one big title up against it. You would have put it up against Halo.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that.
You don't
That's
want to
a
put
good
it
way to kill your game.
exactly. But you know what? We know nothing about Starfield outside of the. I don't even want to call it a teaser trailer that we had got. It was
No.
because a teaser trailer at least shows you something.
I think we got more from Bayonetta 3 trailer than we got from Starfield trailer.
Exactly. But you know what? I'm all for it coming out in 2022. I'm not necessarily tripping. There's so many games. I think people get caught up in, Microsoft needs to release a first party title like now. I'm not so caught up in that for the simple fact that it's not as if I'm going to sit on my hands and not game until Microsoft releases a game. That's silly. You know, we still got, you know, games like I'm playing every day Outriders. We got Kena coming up pretty soon. There's a lot of games that are coming. I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm perfectly fine with it. Even if it is not delayed, but does not come out for till 2025, I don't even care because I got like 400 games sitting in my backlog that I need to get through. We also got to remember that this is on a brand new engine. They're not
Mm-hmm.
using, God, what do they use? They're not using the creation engine. This is all new. So let them have that time to figure it out and develop what they're going to instead of jumping down the throat. Well, you never said, but now it's delayed. It's like that makes no sense. You sound insane when you say something like that.
I will say this. I don't like the cyberpunk comparisons that it's getting. I talked about this last night. I don't think that's fair. This game
No.
was announced in 2018.
Yeah.
We got a teaser
Exactly.
trailer in 2018. It's been 3 years. And in that time time span of 3 years, we're also in a pandemic. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we can't put the whole I seen somebody come out with some nonsense talking about it's been in development for 10 years. We don't know how long it's been in development. It was announced in 2018. We don't know when pre-production started. For all we know, it started the year before. We have no idea.
Exactly.
I think, and I include myself, I'll be the first to admit it, not really pulling myself back to actually stop and think. We put too much pressure on this game to come out this year. Like, it literally was announced 3 years
Way too
ago.
much.
Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But Bethesda has a track record. Was it Fallout 4 where they announced it and then was like, yeah, it's about to drop?
Yeah. Like, I think it dropped a couple months later or like within like a very short time span. Fallout 76 also dropped really close once they announced it.
So I
I
think
think we gotta realize
that's not going to
it's
always
not
be the
Bethesda
case
anymore.
And
Yeah.
I think we put that unrealistic expectation on Bethesda because of those two titles.
If we had seen more gameplay, more everything, if we had seen gameplay, if we had seen
Yes.
more, I would be like, okay, instead of Cyberpunk, I would compare it to Star Citizen because that game,
That game's never
Massive G
coming
is
out.
a streamer I follow. He plays it, but it's never coming out, or at least not for a very long time. And then I would start to compare it to that game. But we have time. Let
To
the game
me,
be developed. Let Bethesda clean up these mistakes because if
mhm.
this game comes out with the same bugs that Morrowind has,
Mm.
which was almost 15 plus years ago now, if it has those bugs, I can guarantee you people are going to rip this game apart. So let them have time to make their game they want to make.
Mm-hmm. I think the
Mic drop.
timer starts once we get, like you said, that gameplay reveal. When E3 happens, we're hearing that Microsoft and Bethesda are having a combined E3, which I thought from the beginning. When I kept hearing that Microsoft would have a show and then Bethesda would have a show, I thought that was stupid and counterproductive because it just seemed, it just seems silly to me that they would have
It
two separate
really
shows,
does, yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
when we have the Xbox show this year, and if/when we get that Starfield gameplay, to me, that's when the timer begins.
Yeah. Like I said, we saw more from the Bayonetta 3 trailer, which was, I'm pretty sure it was gameplay from the first game and maybe the second game, but we saw more from the Bayonetta 3 trailer than we did from Starfield. So you're right, the timer starts once we see gameplay and not the Ubisoft gameplay that's actually a CGI trailer, actual physical
Actual,
gameplay.
dude, listen. No company anymore can give us CGI trailers. That
No.
ish has to be.
Well,
We don't
they
care
can
no
give
more.
us CGI
Unless it's a-
trailers, but don't call it gameplay.
Yes, I'm sorry, and because that's the problem. They said here's first look gameplay and such
Valhalla.
and such, and we get 3 seconds of actual gameplay, and the rest is cut cinematics. I'm
Yep.
over that. When we get this
Yep.
Starfield reveal, like we need to see gameplay. Like we need to see.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see what me, the player, will be experiencing. I'm so over perfectly cut CGI. Like, And I think as gamers in general, like we're over that. Like we want to see what we will experience as the gamer, and that's what we need from Starfield this
Yep.
year. Because I'm telling you, if we get a trailer, like number one, of course, we need a story trailer. We need to know what the game is about, right? We need to know what it's about.
That's the biggest selling point. Yeah, what am I playing?
But with the hype behind this game, they have to also show us some gameplay. I don't care if that gameplay
Yes.
is a minute long. Like you have to show us some gameplay because of the hype and expectation behind this game. And if that means, it needs to be further along as far as when it's going to be released, late 2022, Q1 2023, then okay, fine
Yeah,
with that.
I'm fine with that.
Just want to know what it is.
Yeah,
That's just
because right now I'm like, is it like Elite Dangerous? Because now Elite Dangerous has the Odyssey DLC where you can actually go to these planets and you can leave your ship. So it's Elite Dangerous is turning into like Star Citizen, but it's actually out already. What am I getting? Do I want to? Because this is the big, hey, let's focus on our consoles. This is equipment. I want to know what my investment's going to be. Because
my,
there's not been a single Bethesda game that they've released in the last 10 years that I have not put minimum like 300 hours into. So what is my time going to be?
my biggest fear, and it's not exclusive to Starfield. I'm talking Halo Infinite. I'm talking Horizon Forbidden West. I'm talking God of War Ragnarok. My biggest issue, my biggest fear is the current last gen consoles. We got to get past calling this next gen. Where people can say next gen. No, this is the current gen, right?
Yeah,
I'm
we're
talking because these
couple
games are
months in
playable
now, yeah.
on both the Xbox One and the PS4, which means
yeah,
a game that's possibly going to release in 2022. 2022 will still be limited due to it also having to be playable on the base PS4 and base Xbox One. That's my biggest complaint. Because in my eyes, when we hit 2022, games possibly like, the Hellblade 2s of the world, of games like that, they need to be full on using the strength of these consoles. And you can't do that when you have to make sure the game is also playable on the Xbox One. And I get that because it's hard to get a next gen console right now. Hell, it's hard to get a better graphics card at this point.
oh yeah, that's not happening. I'm with you there. Is where is when all for preserving retro communities. I love the retro stuff, and like you said, it's hard to get a console. But for some of these games, they need to either go straight to just the big boys, the current gen, and then like maybe a year later have a port, kind of like what they did with Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC. I think it was a year and a half. Have a port, work on the port, but I don't think once we pass 2022, once we pass this year, that most of the games, especially big titles like that, should be dropping on both gens because they're so vastly different now.
So, imagine, like I said, I'm just, if it's Q1 2022, maybe I don't want it to, but I mean, we're talking holiday, Christmas time 2022, and we're still releasing games for the base Xbox One and the base PS4. Like that
Yeah.
needs to, and that's my only fear with Starfield. Like I think, in my opinion, it'll be further along. Every game, Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, all these games, Far Cry 6, would
Oh
be
yeah.
further along in development if they didn't have to worry about the base consoles, which unfortunately they have to because very few people are able to get their hands on a console without paying double the price because of stupid scalpers.
Yep. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because technically Cyberpunk was supposed to be, and I know we rip on Cyberpunk a lot, but we had
We do.
almost a decade of waiting for that game. The only other game that was almost in development actually it was longer was Duke Nukem Forever. And that we all remember that. That was
Travesty.
that's the word for it. So yeah, I want to know what the game is. I'm not concerned with the due date right now. I'm concerned with what am I going to be spending my hundreds of hours in? What am I going to be modding? Can I put Lady Dimitrescu in it? Like, what's going to happen? There's going to be a mod for that. They've already put her into other games.
I'm surprised no one switched her out in Horizon Zero Dawn yet. Switched out Baloy.
You know what? There actually might be a mod for that. Knowing the community as much as I do, there probably is a mod for that.
Jesus Christ. Listen, man, if you guys are watching, number one, you're fucking awesome.
Thank you.
You're good people.
Yeah.
We love
Sarange.
you. I would give you a hug. I would look deeply into your eyes and give you a kiss if you wanted me to. But listen, hit that like button, share the stream out. We really appreciate it. We're going to move on. Listen, really quick, a game that I played almost daily, Outriders, is really pissing me off. Okay? It's really pissing me off. Number one, I have to restart the game 4 to 5 times before I can even get in because of the authentication issue it's having. It authenticates forever.
And you still playing
Can't
it?
get in. Close it. Yes, because the game is still fun. But the worst part about this issue is they still don't know what's causing the issue. They were putting out a patch today that still didn't address the authentication issue because they still don't know what's causing it. And then they backtracked on today's patch because today's patch caused some other issues to make the game not playable.
Good God.
Don't know what the hell's happening that people can fly. This,
You know
I'm
what
telling you right
I'm
now,
thinking?
if I had to pay for this game, I'd be
Oh,
pissed.
no. No.
Thank God it's on Game Pass.
I can't wait till it comes to PC. That's going to be...
It needs to, because and it seems, because I play with Baron, and Baron's using a 1S, I believe, and he isn't having this issue. It seems to be a next generation issue, the Xbox Series X and the PS5.
Because, yeah, I also don't think I've heard any, like, PC issues for the people that do have it.
And so it's frustrating. Like, and I would never sit here and say a developer is incompetent. Developers are some of the smartest people on the planet. They make video games. I love you. I love every developer.
And it's hard.
We can be friends. I can hug you, rub your back. We're cool.
Full on
No hate
kiss on
for
the
developers.
lips.
We can kiss. No hate. But listen to what I'm saying. There is something wrong at People Can Fly. You
Yep.
can't tell me that you know of an issue where some people, even restarting isn't helping. Some people have went almost a month without being able to log in. And all we're hearing is
God.
you don't know how to fix it, but we're going to send out other patches. But by the way,
Yep.
this patch doesn't fix that patch because we need to do more testing to even try to figure out what's causing that patch. And by the way, the patch we're going to put out, we decided not to put it out because we found out that the day we're going to put that patch out that it's causing more issues.
That makes no sense.
I hate it.
Look,
I hate it.
A tweet from Benji Sales says Outriders has achieved more than 3.5 million unique players during its first month of release, and Square Enix has also commented that Outriders is set to become their next major franchise, which has me thinking that they regret having this be a not live service game. And they're
Yeah.
trying to force this game that is not live service to now start being a live service game, which it can happen. Trevor and I talked about this on COGS. You can have a game like ESO, like Final Fantasy XIV. You can completely take a game and remake it and put it this thing. But I don't think Square is letting... Square is probably firing at them and saying, hey, fix this, fix this, fix this, fix this. We want these numbers to stay up. And People Can Fly is like, that's not what this game is. We can't do that. Again, not in the boardroom, don't know. But People Can Fly is pretty competent usually. To see them kind of drop the ball like this is surprising.
And it sucks because Outriders is actually a fun game. I enjoy the
From what
hell
I've
out
seen,
of
yeah.
Outriders. Like I really like.
I love watching Baron play.
I'm itching for some DLC. Like I am itching for some DLC, and I pray to God we get it because, as we know right now, there is no planned DLC on. But the issues that we're having, like the other day, like after the 5th time of me closing the game out, I restarted my console. Still couldn't get in. Restarted the console again, and I finally got in. But it shouldn't take that much for me to go in and enjoy your game. Like
No.
I'd be pissed for the people who paid 60 and they're unable to log in for the last almost month because you're not getting you're gonna get pennies on the dollar trying to sell the game. Your best bang
That's
for your
class
buck
action
is to
lawsuit.
sit there and wait. Sit there and wait or be, keep restarting and keep rebooting your game. If not for Game Pass, this game would be empty. It'd be dead. It'd be dead.
Simple. I mean, if you had paid, it's 60 for you guys. I've shown you guys the price here. It's 80 here. You would have a class action lawsuit on your hands. I can't sign in for a month. They would do the same thing that they did to No Man's Sky. This is not what you advertised. I can't use my product. And I wouldn't be surprised if a couple months from now we hear about a class action lawsuit about this.
I wouldn't be
people
shocked.
are impatient.
I do need to come to PC so I can carry you and get you to level 30. Me and Baron played religiously. And we got you. As soon as you get in, we're gonna jump in your game and carry you through, get you to level 30 as quick as possible. We got you. If they would help and drop it on PC.
Yeah. Please. I want to play it. People can fly. I want to play it. But I'm not paying $80 for it.
It ain't worth it. It's not worth 30 in its current state. Fun game. Fix the server issues. Because it has pretty the in-game content is decent, right? It's not bad. Pretty good story, but at its current state, crashing. Like we could be in the middle of an expedition and we get randomly kicked out for no reason. Constant disconnections. Everyone's in there working perfectly. Constant disconnections. The damage mitigation being stupid for no reason. You get one shotted by a regular creature and go down. It has some, at its current state, not even worth $30, but it's a fun game.
Yeah.
Like I'm stuck in between. Like
people can fly, and I said on Cogs, I'm gonna write an article about this. Look at Anthem, and this is gonna sound weird, but Anthem probably had one of the better balancing systems when you got into teams. Because solo, it was tough. But when you got into a squad, they balanced it right. Especially during the Cataclysm events and all the kinds of like extra stuff.
It's weird. Outriders solo is easier. Way easier. The moment you put another player in there,
Remnant.
It's ridiculous. Like it's so much better solo. But I like
if you don't want to look at
homie.
Yeah. If you don't want to look at Anthem, look at Remnant Beyond Ashes. That just came to Game Pass, but it's been out for a while already. But that had balancing issues when multiple people would be in there, because I think you can have a squad of 3 or 4. I can't remember. But when multiple people at first would come in, it made that game almost impossible. But yeah, I think they're trying to force this game to now be a live service, and it's gonna break the game before it fixes anything. Which is sad, because I do want to play it.
Let's fix it. Absolutely fix it. Listen, for the people who just jumped in, depending on what topic you're looking for, we did the Starfield topic first. So if you can, just keep rocking out with us. And when the podcast is over, go back to the beginning. You can see our we talked about the whole Starfield issue. But we got one more topic to go on to before we leave. Video game movies normally suck. Video game shows normally suck. Anything based off a video game is typically not good outside of the actual video game. However, I have always said, man, the Injustice storyline would be amazing. Like I literally could sit and just watch put together the cutscenes from the Injustice games, and I feel like I'm happy with that show, right? So it looks like we're getting an Injustice. I believe it's either an animated movie or animated series. Either way, I'm all for it. You're gonna capitalize on Invincible, the whole Omni-Man thing. He's basically a dark Superman. The boys, what's his Captain Asshole? I don't remember what his name is.
I can't remember. Brightburn was another one. It was the bad Superman.
Yeah, so the bad, evil, Immortal Black. Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you.
What's up, Immortal Black?
For coming through. The asshole Superman thing that people love. You're finally going to actually get that, on screen. I know there's been different stuff in the comics, stuff like that, but trying to get on screen, actual, Injustice movie line. Homelander, thank you, Trevor. I forgot what I called
Yeah,
him,
thanks,
Captain
Trevor.
Douche or something.
Captain Asshole.
Yeah, Captain Asshole, Homelander. So I think it's perfect. They can capitalize on that because that's the running theme with all these other shows and movies that they're creating a asshole Superman.
Because we just want to see when the good guys are bad. Like, what if they weren't the Bastions? What if they weren't? What if Tony Stark used his suit for not helping people, just furthering himself? What if Black Widow didn't become Black Widow and stayed a assassin? What if Superman ripped the roof off the White House and took the president? Like, that's what
Superman is
people
the
want to
ultimate.
see. We're
He can be
tired
the
of the
ultimate
good
villain.
guys.
He can be the ultimate
Yeah.
villain.
And I think it's funny that we're seeing also a return to the animated stuff because I remember Final Fantasy Spirits Within it's an awful one. Like, don't even watch it. It doesn't even matter to the canon. But then Advent Children came out, and we kind of saw a simmering down. But now Resident Evil is getting the Infinite Darkness show. There's another one, I can't remember what it is. But it's nice to see this animated stuff because if maybe you don't play the video games, because I love fighting games, suck at them. Oh my god, I suck at the fighting games, but I love them.
Yeah,
So
me
yeah,
too.
put the. I think Injustice has some of the best lore and some of the best like furthering of the comics and movies. Honestly, put it in an animated show. I will watch it.
You know what? I love them. And again, I am dumpster juice, dog water at fighting games. Like dog water, like trash, like doo doo butter, bad. But I love the story and like I got all the DLC for Injustice too. And I play it with my son and my brother. My wife has some younger brothers, and I play with them because I'm still an adult and I can beat their ass. Like it doesn't take much because they're like 10, 11, and 12, so they're not really that that good yet. So I can feel good about myself by stomping down some 10-year-olds in Injustice. So that's why I play it. That's why I played it so much because I got to beat their ass like as much as I want to because they love playing the game and I feel good about myself. Like beating children in video games helps 30-year-old men like myself feel good about themselves. Fastback, what's up? And I'm just gonna be honest about that.
Fastback. Yeah, I mean,
because I suck at fighting games.
There's nothing like beating your younger cousin or sibling and just being like, yeah, you thought. I'll remember this forever.
You're dog water, kid. You're trash, kid. You're trash.
Yeah.
And I
but seriously,
trash talk them. I don't
Injustice,
care.
man.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Give us Injustice. Put it on HBO Max. It's animated, so put it on HBO Max.
Put it on Netflix because HBO Max is not in Canada.
Man, Canada cool.
Or put it on Prime. That'd be another good service for it.
But would it be in DC?
Yeah, I mean,
DC being Warner Brothers.
Wonder Woman's on Prime. I mean, you have to rent it, but Wonder Woman, there's a whole bunch of DC stuff on Prime.
Yeah, but renting it, yeah. But I don't want to pay extra for it, so I have to put it on HBO Max.
But if it's an animated series, I don't think you'll have to pay extra for it because Wonder Woman, it was the premiere. So yeah,
true.
I'm down. I just want more content. I mean, the Dota 2, Castlevania, those have been some really good shows. Dragon's Dogma. I'm excited for just more video game content that's good. Because as much as I love a good bad video game movie or a video game show, looking at you, Original Mario, it's so bad it's good. Street Fighter the movie, and then Street Fighter the movie the game. I love that stuff. Give it to me. But if it's well done, I'm super excited for that.
Listen, we haven't had a dislike on this channel in a while. So to the person who came in and hit the dislike button,
my heart hurts.
It's okay. I would hug you if I could.
Feed you to my polar bears.
I know you're probably upset because your lights are cut off and you can't play your PS3. And I know times are hard for you at the moment. But I would hug you and give you an Xbox 360 Live card to make you feel better. I hope your day goes wonderful. I hope you get air in your tire.
He's nicer than I am.
I hope you order Dr. Pepper and they give your ass Coke. I hope you order 2 Popeyes biscuits and I'm playing. Listen. You guys are freaking amazing, man. The support you guys are showing on this channel has been awesome. We are growing. We are so close to 500 subscribers, which will be halfway to our goal of 1,000.
Yep.
We run six
excited.
shows a week, and we have a 7th show coming. The 7th show is nothing like the current 6 shows. I mean, absolutely nothing like it. You guys are going to enjoy it. It's going to be maybe a couple of months from now, but I do want to talk about it because something that's happening, and I love to push the people who are at level 1. I love to push the women at level 1 and put them out front. I think they're super important. So if you guys are watching, do us a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, hug or anything before we let these good people go along with that wonderful day.
If you guys have been watching this show for a while, you have known the ongoing saga of Fame shipping out my Funko. And I have news for you guys. Not only did he ship out the Funko, Johnny Silverhand right here, can't get it in Canada right now. And if you do, it's super expensive. But he got me a US of A limited edition Cyberpunk Steel book that you can't get in Canada. Look at that. It's even got reflective. Fame and I love collecting steelbooks.
Yes.
And we both got Anthem steelbooks at the same time, and I display it wide open.
The steelbook,
mouth
the
wide
steelbook
open.
was a sorry for sending the Funko Pop. So like, cause I'm telling you,
wasn't
that
even
Funko
mad.
Pop sat at my desk for months. And Baron, it's not
Look at
fake
him.
news. It's not fake news. 'Cause like I said, she even has my ugly handwriting on the box that it came in.
Damn, I thought I had ugly handwriting.
Yeah, it's
But
pretty
yeah,
bad.
thanks for rocking out with us, guys. Don't forget, if you go to the Level 1 site and you're wondering where all these shows are the day they drop, it comes out the day after, although I have been behind with cogs in the machine because I still have to put the Resident Evil episode up in its entirety, but that's going to come. Everything's on the site. If you want to do some guest posts, hit me up on Twitter or go to the Level 1 contact us. You don't have to become a writer, but you can do some guest posts. Tell me about your backlog. What was the last game you played? I don't care. I'm down to DM and talk. I just love you guys, and you guys have been so amazing to each and every one of us, to the people like Trevor who come on and just rock out with us and be awesome. And I love every single one of you, except for the person who left the dislike. I don't know what's wrong with your mama, but
Sucker.
she wants to talk to you.
Look, and we will get the shows back up on Spotify and Apple, iTunes. That's completely on me.
We were real busy in this last few months, though. Like, if we do it right, y'all, and I'm not going to talk about it fully, we have a pretty big interview that we're about to schedule, like massive. So we've been real busy trying to keep y'all entertained.
Yeah, we got something really cool coming for you guys. It'll be. I mean, I can't even talk about it. That sucks.
No,
That
just know it's
sucks.
massive, and just like the Danielle Rain interview, I will fangirl. So
Yes, she will fangirl and she will late. Never mind.
but yeah,
Okay,
you guys are awesome. Level
listen.
1 is awesome. I'm glad we're here.
Hey, listen, man. You guys have an awesome day. We're gonna rock y'all out. Not rock y'all out. We're gonna rock out. We're gonna leave and let y'all rock out to the intro song. Y'all have a good one, man. Later.
사랑해.
The music. Hot tea.
Who? Oh, hit the like button. Share this with your mommy and your daddy and your cousin. And hit the bell if you want to show some loving. We just trying to level 1 to get the name buzzing. What a day that'll be. Double time, double fine, double A battery. Double mint twins trying to jump my anatomy. If you don't leave a like, you shouldn't have the audacity. Power of the mind, got an X mentality. Couldn't put them on, now your X-Man mad at me. Haters out here acting like it happened automatically. So if I give them game, then it's turn-based strategy. Whoa, used to be the guy they was ignoring. Sleeping on the keys, I'm an all cap snoring. That's just what happened when your podcast boring. I'ma tell them take 2 and call a doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take 2 and call a doctor in the morning. Yeah, I'ma tell them take 2 and call a doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take 2 and tell them take 2 in the morning.